All right, so we're back here with another podcast from the Lost Boys TV. Today, I have the pleasure of meeting with the homie Isaiah He. So what's up, man? It's great to be with you today.
Not much. Just kicking it, feeling the vibe.
Yeah, bro, feeling the vibe, catching these vibes. You've got to be one of the chillest Hawaiians, and one of the only Hawaiians that I know. How do you stay so chill, bro?
I don't know. It's all about humbling yourself and keeping it real.
Keeping it real, that's rare nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove down here 30 minutes to Bellingham from Blaine. I set up this podcast in his room, and I had the pleasures of tasting his girlfriend's iced coffee, bro. She made some homemade iced coffee, and Isaiah was kind of telling me how real she is, and it's kind of hard to find people as real like that.
It is, yeah, it's very rare. Like on many occasions, you try to meet somebody, they're gonna be two-faced to you right after.
Yeah, bro. It seems like it's more common nowadays too. Always fake people. But for me, my girlfriend, I felt like I never even expected somebody to love me like that before.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I see that you're reading a book here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get it, bro. You get the vibes about love.
Yeah.
But Isaiah's reading the last song.
Just started it actually. It's not that far into, so I really can't tell you what the premise is about.
You hooked up?
Yeah, I'm
Good
hooked.
book? Good
Yeah,
book.
I started reading Nicholas Sparks books since this relationship.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I read The Best of Me, The Notebook, which is a classic. Every couple of us Notebook, The Notebook. So
Damn, bro.
I had to read Nicholas Sparks.
You're a vulnerable dude, bro.
Vulnerable.
You're a vulnerable guy.
Vulnerable guy.
I never knew you had such a good heart.
Yeah.
No, bro, that's awesome though. What is one thing you could take out of your relationship that you really like about your spouse? What's one thing you really appreciate that she does for you?
Well, the obvious would be that she loves me, right? But she's an astounding cook. She has an amazing sense of humor. She's very beautiful. There's plenty of aspects that I can take out of my relationship that I really enjoy.
Paints the whole portrait.
Yeah.
Paints the whole picture.
If I'm going in, I'm going balls deep, but figuratively.
Oh, yeah.
So
You dog. You dog.
I'm,
No, I got you, bro.
I'm just keeping it 100.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
So how do you like living? I remember living in apartments in college with a lot of other students, and it gave me too much freedom at the time. I was too young, so I was wild. But how do you, how you liking it? Oh, and I didn't even elaborate on this, but what is it? Vikings apartment in downtown Bellingham. But it's just it's a student housing with a bunch of other students living here. But how do you like it?
It's not bad. Rent is pretty cheap. I got 2 rooms.
Not bad means not good though, right?
Well, yeah, I guess you could say mediocre if you were just rating out from
No worries, I'm just kidding.
from bad to good, good to bad, but
yeah. And I remember a huge part of it for me. I went there with Derek, one of my best friends. So he was already a solid roommate,
Yeah.
You always get shitty roommates. It sounds like a lot of people don't like their roommates. They don't do the dishes, or they leave you. In my case, I did like the kid, Kevin. He was Kevin Churong. He's Chinese. Hella smart. He's majoring in being a dental hygienist, but I think he had a 3.9 or something. Very intelligent guy. But what I'm trying to say here is that Chinese culture, they don't like confrontation, and they don't like they're very passive aggressive, and they don't like eye contact. I've experienced it several times with the Chinese.
Well, just the Asian culture.
Yeah, in general, yeah. And he would leave passive aggressive notes on the laundry machine,
really?
saying empty the flint and stuff. Yeah, bro.
Square.
Yeah, and then I finally was like, bro, you don't gotta do that. We could just talk about it. I'll take my laundry out. Just ask me. I don't need a note. You know?
Yeah.
And how do you like your roommate?
Well, I don't mind. I guess if you're ready from good to bad, I would say
1 to 10.
1 to 10. I give, actually, take that back. Maybe 4. You know?
Damn. Why'd you knock him down so far to a 4, bro?
Well, you can't just be lazy and, you know, like, sit down a game.
Oh, he's lazy?
Yeah, you can't just...
Hate that.
Yeah, not do the dishes. Emphasize
Yeah.
that. Like, I'm not your housewife. I'm not gonna just be cleaning, like, daily.
No, a huge thing, too, for me, we talked about it before this, but I was in St. George, Utah, so I try to bring a fun life down there. Kind of a party life, you know what I mean? And people, they're bland, they're not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I got this energy that's just out there, bro.
They don't know how Blaine boys roll.
They don't, bro. And I was rolling. But, yeah, and then that one kid, I had one roommate, he tried to act like my friend all the time. And then he ended up blackmailing me, taking pictures, and sending it to the dean of students. Luckily, I didn't get I did get evicted, but I didn't get kicked out of the university.
Mm-hmm.
But just like that, like your roommates can be super fake.
Three-headed snake.
Yeah, three-headed snakes, not doing their dishes,
Yeah.
leaving passive-aggressive notes.
Sending pictures to the dean. Like, what is that?
I know, bro. But I actually, when I first moved there, me and Derek, we got evicted. We were sleeping on the floor of the apartments right on campus, really small room.
Mm-hmm.
We were sleeping on the floor for 2 weeks before we got approved for a house.
Yeah.
And then we moved into a house. And then our original roommate, the Chinese guy, moved in with us because we had a really good relationship and he was good with like paying his rent on time.
Yeah.
But then you make friends like outside.
Yeah,
Like, you be-
network.
Network, yeah, exactly. And then you want to like move into an apartment together because you know you're all cool with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always a gamble moving in for the first time.
That's a risk. Like,
Yeah.
Speaking of like moving in for the first time, when I moved in here, I had like a couple tweakers standing outside my window, like digging through the garbage cans, and the cops came like the first week, arrested them. So you know,
Wow,
we're
bro.
all okay, cool. Like thank you God that he took the tweakers away from my place. But,
Wow,
you know,
bro.
But it's definitely different moving, like living on your own.
So what are you, Hawaiian?
Yeah.
So like, what is a traditional dish that your mom would like cook or something?
Ooh.
Like
Those-
your favorite.
My favorite
Yeah.
would be moco moco, which in like Spanish means crazy snot, but like in Hawaiian, like that's just a killer combo. It's basically like a beefsteak with like gravy poured on top, over easy eggs, like
Whoa.
red onions, like fried rice, mix that shit up, and then like fry the spam in there. That's like clogging my arteries, you know.
Yeah.
But it's amazing, and I like could eat that all day and every day.
Yeah, bro. Some meals are worth clogging your arteries for.
Oh yeah.
And I could do without the red onions though.
Oh yeah.
I hate onions.
Yeah.
Like, I hate onions. I hate mushrooms. I hate tomatoes. Yeah. And I hate red onions.
Red onions.
Yeah, bro.
Specifically, like, fuck red onions.
Every kind of onion I just dislike highly. Some might even call it hate.
Hate.
I hate an onion.
That is a very strong word to be said.
Bro, it just ruins shit, you know what I mean? Like, it might add flavor, but then I gotta deal with the problems of actually eating it. If it's like inside a stew or something.
Is it the texture or what?
Everything, bro.
Everything.
Like, if an onion was in a physical form of a human, I'd want to just beat the shit out of it.
Damn.
I hate onions. I'd want to just shoot it like 10 times. But just stabbing it up.
What about olives?
I love olives.
Alright.
Green olives, though, I could do without.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. I hate green onions or olives.
Yeah.
And
Like the vinegary.
yeah, that's not it. Like that's
Yeah.
just
That's not
not it.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, brother. You got any questions for me?
Well, like, you call this podcast The Lost Boys, right?
Indeed, I did.
But do you ever reconsider changing the name? Because after the podcast, like, we were Lost Boys, but at the end, we're found, you know?
Yeah. That's hilarious, for one.
Yeah.
But for 2, honestly, I spent a lot of time thinking about it, and it used to be Dragon Nipple TV. It was something I rolled with since like high school. I thought it was a funny name.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But the whole epitome behind that is Lost Boys just signifies, it signifies people that don't really know what they're doing, but they're just going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And like everybody that comes on, like we're at a point in our lives we have absolutely no clue what we're doing. We're kind of lost,
Yeah.
but in the same sense, like we're just chilling, you know.
Yeah, I understand that.
And me and Derek, we customized our headgear, and we felt like Lost Boys because we're so different than everybody else in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And we had it on our headgear to symbolize we're outsiders, but we accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole reason for the name.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, brother.
That's dope.
Yeah. So like being Hawaiian and everything, do hulu dance?
No, I don't.
No, bro?
No,
You know a
it's not-
dance,
it's
don't
not-
even
It's
lie.
not Hulu, it's hula, but you know, but I really don't like do.
Yeah, I've noticed like you keep your circle pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason?
Well, like, I don't really want people knowing like my every move, like my business, like, cause to me, they could be to me they could be niele, which is a Hawaiian word for nosy, like, cause they would be asking every aspect of your life, like, hi, what are you doing, or where do you work?
Akalaka wiki.
Like, you just really don't want to hear people pressing you on what you do in your life. Like, so with keeping a circle small, it's really beneficial because you can focus on like self-improvement, like actually making your dreams come true. Like, you have less distractions, so that's why I keep my circle small.
That's awesome, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And being Hawaiian, I know that a lot of Hawaiians have great family, like orientation.
Mm-hmm.
They stay close to their families and stuff. Would you consider yourself really close to your family?
Yeah, I would consider that. Like, I would like have a good relationship with my pops, my motto, and like my brothers. Like, so we tight.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's sick.
Yeah.
What about your grandma?
My grandma, like, I love her, but we really
What
don't.
the
we,
I love her, but nah, she ain't that. She ain't it.
No. But we really don't talk like how I talk with like my immediate family.
I got you. It's a different kind of conversation.
Yeah.
Dude, I love my grandparents.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like a generational thing, but I feel like you have so much more respect for your elders,
Mm-hmm.
especially if like they pass down successful traits within their family.
Yeah.
You can see it by each generation. Like my grandparents did a great job of raising their sons, which is now my father, but they pass it on for generations to come,
Mm-hmm.
and they're the core of your family.
Mm-hmm.
They create something fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah. Now, would you say it makes you who you are, like 100%, or what?
Not 100%, but it's a huge part of who I am. Like, I feel like everybody's an individual,
Mm-hmm.
and when I raise my kids, I'm gonna let them know like they're their own person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna show them what's bad and what's good. But at the end of the day, they're gonna have to make their own decisions and experience things for themselves. Because I feel like a problem with parenting nowadays is the parents put their own problems and what went wrong in their lives onto their kids,
Mm-hmm.
when it's not their problems, bro. Like, they haven't even experienced it yet.
Exactly. So, leading to that, what key aspects would you want to instill in your children?
Hard work, selflessness within reason,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a doggy world out there, and like you gotta get your bread up, you know. And that's a deep question. I wouldn't really know until I have kids, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to instill hard work, and I want to show them by my actions that the work you put in, what kind of results can come from it.
Yeah, I understand.
What about you?
Well, definitely the hard work, but like also being like men and women of their words. Like, so integrity is key. Like, so don't lie to my face. Just be honest with me. Like, keep it real.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then also, with just being selfless is a key aspect. Like, let's just say if a person needed like help walking the street, like go help them out, or if they need like their trash taken out, go help them out.
That's awesome.
But within reason. Like, you're not gonna be their personal slave.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still gonna, if there's a need, you're still gonna fill that need within reason.
Yeah. No, that's definitely something I would want to instill too into my kids. And I don't know if you gauge your levels of respect differently based on like the validity and how credible your grandparents are. Like, one side of my family, they're more successful than the other. Like my mom's side and my dad's side.
Oh, I understand that.
But I have the same level of respect because one values and cherishes the smaller things in life. It's just entirely different, you know? It's like, what kid do you love better? It's like, I don't know, bro.
Because your heart belongs to all of them.
Yeah, bro. Exactly.
But
Ryan today, Frankie tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Frankie acting up.
Yeah.
Definitely right.
He gonna get spanked.
Yeah. But quite frankly, I think I also gauge it on like just the main theme of just keep like being true. Because like if you're fake like to your family members, then how are you as a person out in the real world? Like, what are you doing
That's exactly
benefiting
right.
you or others? Like, part of the reason like living in this world, I think my belief is to like personally help like better this place by being kind, being real, and being humble, not conceited,
That's awesome,
not
dude.
idealistic or materialistic or anything like that.
How I know that's hard to do, especially in today's world. But like, how do you keep those same beliefs?
The same beliefs. Well,
Like, how do you maintain that level of thinking to like keep helping people, regardless of like how shitty the world gets?
well, think about it like this. If you like wrestle and you lose to your opponent, right? You're not gonna say, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep losing to my opponent," because that's ridiculous thinking. Because what does that make you? It makes you a loser, right?
Yeah.
And like you're gonna constantly find ways or techniques to like overcome your opponent so you can win, right? So correlate it to the real world. Like, if something shitty is happening like outside and you have an opportunity to fix it, what are you gonna do to win? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Dude, that's awesome. That's a great way of putting that. I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you can either get knocked down or you can keep getting knocked down and keep getting back up. But like, you don't have a choice in life. And the faster that you can callous your mind and like get through hardships like that, I feel like the faster you can start improving and changing your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's hard, dude. It's hard to do sometimes, and life gets rough, but just know there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Bro, just shut the fuck up.
Well, like once you're on camera, you'll be like, "Oh shit, that's me."
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's up? Who's this sexy guy right here?" You know, you heard? You
Yeah,
know
exactly.
What's going on?
Yeah.
But,
My name's Derek Kamba. DERRE.
I'm bringing He-Man, big tiki vibes,
Big dick vibes all year long, brother.
all day.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Hey, we're just talking about the pride and kind of the arrogance and huge ego of somebody coming on a podcast like this.
Well, just not even a podcast, but in general, like in society, like if someone sees something that grabs people's attentions, they're obviously gonna flaunt themselves out. Like if there was a news like media broadcast out here, best believe you're gonna see like some homeless person saying, "Hey, what's good? I'm tweaking. I need my fix." Like that's just a homeless person because they want fame. Like it doesn't even have to be a homeless person. It could just be like someone off the street, like just wanting like publicity or recognition. I think that's really key. Most people want recognition. Like if you think about it,
Damn, bro.
like what do like if a student gets an A in class, right? What are they gonna tell their parents? Look, mom. Look, dad. I got an A. Like,
damn, that's true, bro.
literally about like self-awareness
And,
and
like,
recognition.
And validation, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, when you're a kid, bro, and you do something and your parents laugh, you want to keep doing that because you get a reward for it.
Yeah, they do this.
But and then they stop laughing. It's like, oh shit, I'm gonna stop doing that. What else can I do to make them laugh, bro?
Yeah.
What's good?
They do the goofiest shit.
Yeah, exactly. And Kanye West was saying this. Shout out Kanye. Shout out Kanye.
Dude might be getting divorced.
Yeah.
For real.
No, he's an evil genius, though, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, fuck what people say. I know he has got like mixed emotions, and he's always up and down and all around.
Highs and lows.
Yeah. But he was saying, growing up as a kid, you stand up on that coffee table, you feel like a superhuman. You feel like Superman in some sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you just feel like you're a fucking god and shit. And they're like, get off the coffee table. What are you doing? And then like, you start like you don't feel as powerful anymore.
Well, yeah.
And then as you go along with life, you're told not to do that, not to do this, and then you just get conditioned into somebody that doesn't believe in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's saying. He was always told that he could do anything, and like he's always done crazy shit, but it works out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Works out most of the time.
Like, but on the real, do you think Kanye, when he speaks on like media, he's running with his head chopped off? Like, that's not what I feel sometimes.
1,000%.
1,000%.
1,000. I feel like all these thoughts are just flooded out with the validation too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It goes back to validation.
I'm gonna stand on the coffee table. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck what anybody says.
You seen these foam Yeezys, bro? Well, you're about to.
Yeah.
I'm different.
I'm different. Jesus.
Yeah, Yeezy. I do things differently, bro.
Yeah, but like.
Y'all ain't even about this life, bro. I'm with. Hey, did you see Kim's getting a divorce?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For
Hey,
real. Like,
dude.
not for.
Finally, that guy's fuck. That'd be hard to deal with all the time.
Oh yeah, YNW mixed personalities.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to do a hey Siri moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Hey Siri, use Spotify. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like, I dropped my phone in the snow and it was in there for hours, so I really gotta be asking Siri to do all these commands for me. So, you know.
We're doing that on the podcast, though?
Huh?
You showing that kind of disrespect on the podcast?
Oh.
Like, we're here having a conversation and you're more interested in your phone and shit, dude?
Oh, no.
It's 2021, bro.
No,
Like,
I was just gonna say.
get
like,
the fuck off your phone, dude.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, nah. I was just gonna play some background music if you,
Oh, yeah.
if you wanted some, you know.
Hit me like my dad. You ever get road rage?
I mean, sometimes people really be ignorant on these roads, you know. Like,
I'm victim to that.
yeah, she literally could be driving right, and someone decides to just back out, and they don't even like use their lights or something, you know.
Yeah, just some petty thing.
Yeah, just a petty thing, or they just cut you off, like.
Yeah.
When you're going the speed limit.
No, I actually be doing the most.
Really?
Like, I'll be wanting to, like, kill people.
Is that so?
That's
like some
no, not even.
shit.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding to like a certain extent, but I do get road rage.
Damn.
Like, I hate when like you'll even be driving over the speed limit, and people drive faster just to get in front of you to get off on the exit when it's like 100 yards away, bro.
Yeah, it's really petty.
Like, you don't have any patience.
no.
But then it's hypocritical because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing,
who
bro?
do you think you are?
Yeah.
I'm pulling up my big boy pants
Yeah.
now.
I'll follow you to your house, bro. Okay, I'll get the name of all your family members.
And I'll beat you harder than my stepdad does. I'm playing. You know, I'm sorry.
R.I.P. to Ted Bundy.
I'm sorry. Rest in power.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Honestly, he's kind of a legend though because he started his killings. He went to UW. You know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, bro.
Enlighten me.
So he was actually like came from a normal family. We're talking about Ted Bundy here. He came from a normal family, charming dude, very intelligent, and he was going to school in UW.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like an dark alleyway where he could pick off females, and that's where he thought it was a good setup for his first kill, and that's where it was in UW. I think he started killing like I don't know how many he killed before he moved, because it was getting hot around the area. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna find who
Best
it
be
was.
watching.
Yeah, exactly. But and then during his court case, he represented himself because he's studying to be a lawyer and shit. And he represented himself, and the judge himself said, it's too bad you chose this route. I would really love to see you in my practice because he's so smart. Dude, psychopaths are intelligent.
Well, yeah, you got so many things running in their head.
Yeah, bro.
They got like 50 different conversations. Like they're kind of schizophrenic, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
And they think logically too. That's what makes them scary because they don't have emotions.
No, they're just like pre-planned this shit. Like
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer, not a legend. That dude's just straight killer.
That
vibes.
guy's a bitch.
Straight killer vibes.
Straight
like
these straight pedophile vibes, dude.
yeah, I ain't fucking with that. So no respect. But
He's weird as shit too.
exactly.
He's so weird. Like Ted Bundy, he's actually like got a personality.
But then again, I think he was definitely a lost boy because he had all that
1000%.
He had all that knowledge, all that potential, and what you do, you're gonna kill. Like, what is the purpose of killing?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a murder, and like murder is just a big sin.
Yeah.
And
Huge sin.
that's because he had the intent to kill.
Yeah.
That's what's the difference between killing and murdering. It's like killing is without the intent, but when you murder somebody, that's with the intent, and that is evil. That's malicious.
Right.
And so, like,
Honestly, I might sound really dumb for saying this, but I did not even know the difference.
oh no, most people don't.
That's crazy.
It's until like you do your own due diligence and like your own research to become knowledgeable. Like,
Yeah. No, that's the same thing I feel about like investing and stuff. I try to keep it low key because I'm the one that took it upon myself to take energy and time out of my day to research it and make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But like I'm benefiting from it because I took it upon myself to get the information,
Yeah.
and I feel like people don't deserve it because they didn't do that.
Yeah. Most people want the give me aspect. Like I want it now
Yeah.
instead of doing the work themselves and actually appreciating after they profit from something. Because it's really is beautiful when you have the patience in life. This is just in general. If you have the patience in life and then you finally get what you really want, you start to appreciate things more.
That's 1000%, dude.
And that brings it back to like how I keep it like chill and like low key.
Yeah.
It's just based on patience as well.
Honestly.
Like, that's another aspect.
Yeah. And like even though you feel flustered sometimes, the knowing that there's better days ahead and stuff is what keeps you trustful in the process.
There's hope and faith.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where like I'm not an atheist. I'm very spiritual. But people who don't believe in a higher power or God, I feel like in some sense is kind of ignorant because
They're choosing not to believe.
yeah,
And
but
something
like
that happened.
yeah, but the like having faith, like some things in life that are indescribable that happen, it's like there's got to be something greater than myself for this to happen.
Well, like yeah, but like an example being is like your love for your girlfriend, right? Like I'm pretty sure one day you're like, I have faith that I'm gonna marry her, like one day,
Yeah.
and it'll be a beautiful moment. Why? Because you're being patient. You're not rushing the process, and you're really gonna appreciate life after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out my girlfriend Emily. Yeah, bro. Like it kind of happened out of nowhere, but then to experience such a selfless love, like not knowing somebody could love you more than you love yourself. I mean, honestly, like she's loved me in times where I felt like I couldn't love myself, and that's what kept me so devoted to the relationship and her.
But is that a guy thing of just like not thinking that you could love yourself as much, and then a woman steps into your life that's really truly a blessing
Yeah,
in your life, and she gives you love, that hits on a different level.
it does, bro.
Like shout out to like women like Emily and Aixa for like giving dudes like hope and faith for like bettering themselves and feeling love. Like shout out to
Yeah,
those kind of
shout out, dude. And like, for people to say all girls are the same, all guys are the same, it's so not true.
No.
There's great women out there and there's great guys out there, but you just gotta find them.
The right ones.
Yeah, and when you find them, it's a breath of fresh. You seen the 5 Gum commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it feels, bro.
Not the crazy ones, but like,
Yeah.
but the ones where you're like, damn, I need me like some
5 Gum, yeah.
But I
The, like the wind.
Yeah, but I haven't had 5 Gum. Let's be real.
Oh.
Probably in like 6 years.
I know. I don't think I've ever had it.
Yeah, that's like having Hubba Bubba. Really?
Nah, bro, but Hubba Bubba chewing gum slaps.
The watermelon one?
Oh, dude.
Busted.
So much juiciness in there, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. I don't even know, like, I don't even know how to add on to that. It's so great.
I know.
Yeah.
Just once you brought up 5 Gum, I'm like, damn, that shit's gonna stick. No pun intended, but
Yeah.
that was memories. Childhood.
Honestly.
What else?
Yeah, so I actually had a neighbor, Kirsten Larson. If you're listening, I'm sorry for even saying this. You probably already know it. But my mom, you know, like your parents buy the same groceries?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mom never bought s'mores Pop-Tarts. But the neighbors did, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, I understand that.
So they'd be gone, bro. And I'd sneak in. Like, I'm not even kidding, bro.
Leaving the night.
Yeah. I stole some s'mores Pop-Tarts on several occasions.
I mean, they hit.
They hit too hard. I just had to get some.
You put them in the toaster?
Not even.
Not even?
No,
put them
bro.
in the freezer? What's your method of eating them?
The brown sugar ones, I need to put them in the toaster for a little bit to melt the brown sugar inside.
Mm-hmm.
Not too crispy. But the s'mores just slap.
You just eat them automatic.
Yeah, automatic. Straight out that little aluminum bag.
Just straight out like fucking Starburst.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you just eat the wrapper inside, like.
But the first time I experienced those, bro, my taste buds were horny for more. I needed to get me some more.
You had an orgasmic attack, like in your mouth.
It was all, yeah.
Like,
it was amazing.
All flavors be hitting, like,
Yeah.
just the right angles in your mouth. You're just like, damn, this is really good. It's a mouth-watering experience eating a s'mores Pop-Tart. Like, I don't know if you could beat that. Like, if I gave a girl s'mores Pop-Tarts, ooh, yeah, G-spot. Automatic.
No, so much, bro, that it made me a thief, bro.
Yeah.
Like, on a darker note, I stole.
Damn.
Like,
on some real shit?
Yeah.
I ravaged the pantry for s'mores Pop-Tarts. I don't think you understand, bro, but on some real shit, that was some dark.
Nah, I felt like a white man in the 1800s killing natives, like coming into their land and just ravaging everything.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting fact. Like, just think about like how America was founded and how much Americans have pride that the colonists took someone else's land. And like, I'm just being real on here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not for what your guys' ancestors did, like the Caucasian ancestors did when it came to like peace treaties and all that stuff, leading to like the tear trails, you know, the Trail of Tears, and like the fucking blankets with like chicken pox and all the measles, like.
No, bro, I totally agree with that. I'm actually very connected to the Native American time because I respect their like spirituality and their culture and how they like respect their relatives. But in today's society, like we can look back and see how they stole the land and like they're horrible. The Caucasians were horrible people. Exactly. But I work in Lummi, and my one true experience of the Native culture. If you guys didn't know, if you're white, it's their land. Like, it's already been declared in the state of Washington. But if you're white, you can only own land there for like 100 years. They're not taxed on anything. We don't tax them on propane. But they treat their land horrible. Like nowadays. I know back
then they want to have, but it's just think about like a lot of them are probably suppressed culturally. Like, that's a tough subject nowadays. Is like colorblindness and the fact that we have ignorant people out there, you know? Like don't acknowledge the fact that, you know, colored people don't really win. Like they're not in the desired positions that they want. They're in like low income labor jobs, like custodial or like
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think that if you have the ability to speak perfect English and you have that work ethic, you can accomplish anything.
Well, yeah, that's why.
Like they give any any person of color that has a language barrier and they can't speak perfect English, they get a second look.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they can't really do anything. They're not valuable for anything, which is so not true.
Yeah.
But we moved here from outsiders, my family, as you know.
Yeah.
From California, and in a small town like Blaine, they're so they're not welcoming in the beginning for sure.
Yeah.
Linden's even worse, but
Linden is worse.
Bro, we were renting out my grandma's apartment attached to a garage, making $1,000 a month for 3 kids, and we started from nothing, but we're white.
Yeah.
And like we weren't handed anything at all either.
Yeah.
So you can look at it from both sides.
Well, yeah, both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's just that there's definitely, when it comes to that, it's the people who's been there the longest. They definitely have a high amount of pride.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to give up something, especially if it's change for them.
Absolutely.
Most people don't want to accept change.
Yep.
They can't adapt to adversity. But it's people like us who like put in the effort, put in the work, make our time valuable.
Yeah.
That gets us to higher places.
1000%. Yeah, we acknowledge that and we value it way more. And for me, I love the place in Linden, but they're so close-minded and arrogant. I can never see myself living in a place like that. You know, like it's generationally
Passed down.
Yeah, passed down just to be unaccepting of any outsiders.
Because it's their land.
Their land, their people,
Yeah.
like.
Their culture.
You got a tractor? Fuck, buddy, I got a tractor too.
Yeah, what is
Mine's
that?
bigger, brother.
Yeah.
You want to harvest some crops? Let's goddamn do it. You know?
John Deere.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. You got an ATV? Goddamn it, I got a dirt bike.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
You got cows? Goddamn, I got chickens. You ain't got pigs? You a little bitch then.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. No, but honest, it's like indirectly racist in some sense.
Yeah.
And I've said some things in my past that have been honestly racist.
Well,
Honestly racist.
If you're being real, everybody's racist. It's the fact of acknowledging if you're racist or not. That's why people get offended. Like, oh, I'm not racist. I don't say this, but indirectly, you watching a comedy special and like Fluffy says something about like Mexicans or something, and people start laughing. What does that make them? Does that make them racist, or they're still innocent, like an angel?
Yeah, exactly.
They still have their on their shoulders. Best believe that.
Yeah, honest. Yeah, that's so true. Like saying something bad or
Stereotypical.
yeah, stereotypical of a certain race, and you laughing about it, you're racist.
It's just the fact that you're acknowledging that you're racist, or if you're, you could be heavy on that, or you could just be low key.
Levels of racism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can also decide not to be a little bitch too.
Yeah.
Like there's
And not get offended over everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Politically correct, like.
Dude.
If you were to say something, I'm not gonna be an SJW, social justice warrior.
Yeah.
Here. I'm not gonna be like, oh my goodness, you said that's gay, and I'm offended.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that. It's just, you say, oh, that's gay. Like that's just a normal phrase that people have been saying for years. But until like our generation came along, I feel like we're softer as people, and we need to have like proper terminology on things.
There's a bunch of little bitches out there now, dude.
I think our generation, I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but is weak. Like we can't be like the older generations and actually work for our things and not expect things to be handed to us.
Bunch of pussies out there.
Yeah.
No, like I know you're trying to be polite about it, but there actually is a bunch of fucking bitches. They don't, and that's what we're talking about, families, like what you want to teach your family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to teach them hard work, because you don't get things unless you work hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a problem with technology. It's just like misconstruing what success looks like.
Well, yeah, they basically program in their heads that they have to look a certain way. They have to like have certain things to make them happy. But finding self-happiness is being true to who you are. Like, I'm gonna keep reiterating this in this podcast, is that as long as you're true to yourself, the better you off are as an individual.
That is 1,000%. Like, not letting outside information affect what you have going on in yourself.
Or change who you are in a negative aspect. Now, if it's like critique, like which most people in our generation hate, is criticism. But if it's criticism to like make ourselves better, absolutely take it. I'm not gonna like just sugarcoat everything and say, oh, you're a hard worker when you're sitting on your ass and on your phone during your shift. Like,
Yeah.
I like as like a coworker and just an employee, I put expectations on myself, and like it's just thinking like I want to be a natural born leader, and I expect things out of other people too, which is kind of a downside. I think that's one of my flaws, is that if I see potential in you and you're just fucking up and not wanting to do anything with your life, I'm gonna get on your ass, and I'm gonna like lead to assuming that you can be better when you actually can. But like I'm always pushing for people to better themselves, because once like you push like John Doe to be better, we got more people in society doing the right things.
Yeah.
And overall, society as a whole would just be improved. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, bro. And that's a reflection of how true of a person that you are. And like, you've always been a genuine, like, real dude. And honestly, it's super hard to come by nowadays.
Yeah.
But no, I do. I totally appreciate that perspective, because not a lot of people think like that, and not a lot of people even want to like think about helping others.
Okay.
It's sad, but it's so true.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, dude, that's all great stuff. Well, I think we covered a lot of topics.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate you coming on, brother.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be feeling welcome at any time if you like, but
Appreciate that, dude. Yeah.
and we could discuss something more.
Yeah,
Other aspects of life, or like just anything on your podcast you like to talk about, because it's your podcast.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll definitely be having you on later down the road, bro.
Yeah, the Lost Boys stay winning.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking.
All right, Lost Boys TV.
We signing out.
We signing out. Make sure you subscribe, please. It would, I'd be really appreciative of it. And it's not about the clout or the views. It's literally just about the epitome of success in starting something and seeing it growing.
Mm-hmm. And
So-
be true to yourself.
Yeah, being true and having an honest conversation with people. That's the whole reason I started this podcast, was just to reconnect with old friends and have honest conversations about the stuff going on nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no, much love, brother.
All right, man.
All right, deuces.